Hi, Steve Norton, anxiety specialist here. What I want to talk about today is the alarming trend I'm seeing these days about taking your children to get diagnosed. More and more these days, children with just bad behaviour are getting dragged to doctors and psychiatrists. And what they're looking for is to give that child some sort of label. And generally they come back and say, yeah, your child's got ADHD, or they've got, on the autism spectrum. And more these days, parents are taking kids into these places to get them checked out, when a lot of the time it's just down to bad behaviour and bad self-discipline with the children. And it's almost like you take these kids to get checked out with the hope that they'll come back with some sort of medical problem that will give the answer for why little Johnny or little Jane won't behave, why they won't make their bed, why they won't eat at the right time, why they throw food around. And I'll be honest, in most cases when I've worked with people, certainly on the younger end of the spectrum, I would say 80% of the problem is poor parenting. No discipline, no guidelines, and letting the kids basically do what the hell they want. So that's the idea, is that you take it to your child to a psychiatrist to get diagnosed with a psychological problem, and that almost excuses little Johnny or Jane's behaviour. And oh, they can't help it. You can't help the way he throws food around, or the fact that she won't go to bed. It's not their problem. It's down to this condition that they've got. And what I'm going to say to you is what I absolutely believe, is that do not give your kid that label. Once you start giving kids labels, they will start living by that label. They'll start becoming that character that they believe they are, and they'll start behaving that way. If you tell a child they've got ADHD, or they've got autism, and they've got behavioural problems, that goes into their young minds, and they start becoming that character more and more, and you will see that. So refrain from that. In fact, what you should be doing is looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, have I controlled this child right? Have I set the boundaries right? Am I just allowing that child to do what the hell they like? Am I letting them spend too much time doing what they want on Xboxes and tablets and stuff? Or they spend too much time online? Do we spend enough time together? Do we go out enough? Do we go for walks? So many different things that can cause this thing. But do not just be, because your kid's badly behaved, get into your mind that they've got some sort of psychological problem. I honestly say that 80% of the young ones I've dealt with who've been to see me, it's down to bad parenting, sloppy parenting, parents let them do what the hell they like. So am I saying that there's no child with ADHD or autism? Of course I'm not. There's plenty of kids out there, but have you noticed that almost everyone's kid now has slightly on the spectrum, slightly on this, slightly on that? And I just don't believe it, because what I've found is that when the kids are in the room with me and there's no parents there, they are different kids. So go figure. When you've been working for quite a while, like I have with people, you get to know when people have genuinely got these certain symptoms, and when they're towing the line, when they're basically lying. So please refrain from wanting to label your child just because you're not being strict enough with your parenting. It is the biggest excuse in the world. Yes, they don't know what they're doing. So I know that sounds a bit rough today, but it has to be said, because so many people are doing it. Don't jump that gun and try to blame everything on a medical condition for your child. Look at yourself, look at how you're working, and ask yourself, am I doing the right things? So I hope that helps, and have a great day.